What is a charitable gift annuity?
Charitable gift annuity. All right. So this is you have a highly appreciated asset, let's say. Uh, you worked at a company and you got a bunch of their stock.
Yeah.
And so, capital gains are hard to pay. So you would, and you like a charity, you like giving money to charities, all these things have to kind of be there. But you give money to a charity and it goes into an annuity with that charity. And it's based on your age, right? It
Yeah.
will pay you for life. Go
So
ahead.
so it's kind of like just a contract. You enter a contract with this charity. They'll give you a lifetime income. Usually, most charities say you have to be 60 or older to enter these contracts, and they'll pay for the rest of your life. And then there'll be a remainder interest that then goes to the charity. And so that remainder interest they allow you to deduct from as a tax, a charitable donation. Uh, And so a lot of people do this is because you want to diversify and you have a highly appreciated asset. Now you can diversify into a income stream. The income stream is taxable, but it's guaranteed. So it kind of protects you in that way.
Yeah, the charities are doing what the insurance companies do. They take your money, they look at the actuarial tables, and they say, okay, we can pay you this much per year for the rest of your life and still have something left over at the end. Now, you might exceed those actuarial tables. And in those cases, sometimes the insurance company can actually lose money. I'm sure that's true here with these charities. But overall, when you get a pool of enough people doing it, the actuarial tables become pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Uh, and so, if I give $1 million and get back 750,000 in payments for life, then the charity gets 250. We're making up these numbers, but if I happen to live way longer and the charity gives me 1.25 million, then I,
And
maybe
the nice thing
made
is
more.
if you don't actually live that long, you can actually your estate can actually say, hey, we didn't hit the life expectancy. We are entitled to an extra tax deduction, and they can actually take recover some of that.
Yeah, because that's what we didn't cover that. I mean, when you put that $1 million to that charity from your highly appreciated stock, you actually get a write-off. And so what Eason's saying is there's an additional potential for write-off if you didn't live that long, as far as that goes too. So that's the other advantage of this. You're helping a charity, you're diversifying out of an asset, you are establishing a steady stream of income without having to pay the capital gains. It is taxable, but nonetheless, and you no longer have that $1 million to worry about, it turning into 500,000 or something because of the
Yeah.
market downturn. And so it's a really interesting area. I think you'd want to really look carefully at who's making those guarantees and how those guarantees are established. Is it just the insurance? Is there an insurance company behind the scenes that's kind of standing behind that, or is it just the charity
Yeah,
itself?
and how big is the charity?
Right.
Because if you have a massive charity, you can also do colleges is very common too.
Yes.
And so as long there's a lot of different, I think it's 501 C organizations, uh, and so you have a lot of options. So you want to pick the right one that matches your interests.
Yeah, because I mean, are you the only one at this small charity? And they run out of money, because you live longer or whatever. How many other people? Because to really make a charitable annuity work, like the insurance companies, it's a numbers game. You need a lot of people in that pool so that the actuarial tables actually come out to be accurate over. You have three people that are doing it at some small thing, they could all live longer than expected. The charity could blow up that, annuity. So you definitely want to look at some of those pieces. Like you say, the big universities are probably a good place. There's probably a lot of money, a lot of people. You want to make sure that the charity or what have you that you're going into there is, sustainable for your income, because they're the ones making the guarantee. There may be some insurance companies behind the scenes in some of these too, but if they're going to take the risk, they're probably going to take most of the money, which makes you think really it's probably just the charity standing behind it. Yeah, it's a good question.